Okay, YouTube. I was recently asked about the wiring for a 2003 Softail. The bike's not starting when they hit the start button. So this is a quick video for that. This will cover the late Evos and also twin cam up to 2010. In 2011 they went to CAN bus, so it doesn't apply to this. So if we're looking at this schematic, the black wire is the ground that goes from the battery to the chassis. You should take a good ohm meter and measure from the negative side of the battery to the engine, and that'll prove that the ground is good from the battery to the chassis to the engine. The other wire that comes off of the battery is a black wire, and that goes down to the starter. That's a big thick cable. There's also a black wire that comes over to the circuit breaker. Now off the circuit breaker you have a red wire, and that's this thin pen mark that I have. That red wire goes over to the ignition switch. Out of the ignition switch is a red and black wire. It's also marked by this red pen mark. That red and black goes over to the ignition fuse. It also comes up here to pin 30. And pin 30 is the common of the normally open contact. So when you turn this switch on and it puts the 12 volts to the fuse, the 12 volts comes up here, and when you fire this relay, it causes this contact to switch over and then the power goes from pin 30 through the contacts to 87A. That puts 12 volts out of the relay that comes over here. Now that's a green wire over to the starter solenoid. That causes the starter solenoid to fire, and then the starter should turn. So like I said, it comes to one side of the ignition fuse. Out of the ignition fuse is a gray wire. That gray wire comes up here through pin 3 of the connector, and it comes up here to the engine stop run switch. Now when you turn that switch on, it puts power over here to this white wire with a black stripe, and that also goes over here to the start switch. Once the power is on the white black, that also goes into the wiring harness and powers up different things. But like I said, it puts power over to the starter switch. Now when you push the starter switch, it puts that power down this black wire with a red stripe. That wire comes over here, and it comes to one side of the coil inside the start relay. Now once you do that, the start relay will fire, as long as the TSM module is satisfied. This puts a ground on the tan green wire. Now if that ground's there and you push the button and puts 12 volts here, that'll cause the relay to fire, and like I said, it'll put power over to the solenoid. Now if you're not using this TSM or TSSM module, you take this tan green wire and you ground it somewhere on the chassis or wherever you can pick up a ground. It'll eliminate your TSM or TSSM module from affecting the starting circuit. It'll still operate the turn signals, but it'll eliminate needing this ground to start the motorcycle. So if I was having a problem and I was troubleshooting the system, first thing I would do is take a good voltmeter and make sure that the battery was good. I'd also make sure it had 12 volts on the other side of the circuit breaker. Next thing I would do is I would check the fuse. If all those are good, next thing I would do is I'd remove the relay and I'd check the black wire with the red stripe, and I would see that when the bike is turned on and I push the start switch, that I had 12 volts power here. If that is working, I'd check to see if there was 12 volts on the red and the black wire for the contact. If you can hear the relay clicking when you get to 12 volts on the black-red wire, which is 86, then I would check to see if there was 12 volts on 30. Then I push the start button and see if the 12 volts was making it over here to 87A. If you're getting it at 87A, you should be getting it at the starter. So if you're getting it here and it's not turning over, you know you have a bad solenoid or something going on with the starter. If you do get 12 volts at 86 when you're trying to start it, you know you don't have the ground from the TSM or TSSM module. At that point, I would run a ground from 85 to chassis ground. Then I would push the start button, and you should have the starter running at that point. If you still don't, that's when you go to 87 and see if the 12 volts is there. And if it's not, you know your relay's bad. If you ground 85 and you have power on 86 and that relay is not changing state, you know your relay's bad. If it is changing states and you can hear it, and you have 12 volts on 30 and you're not getting it on 87, then you know the relay's bad again and replace the relay. Those would be the troubleshooting steps I'd take if I was having the problem where the starter's not turning. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Please like and subscribe. It helps my channel and you're getting this free information. It's the least you could do. Thanks for watching.